Hello friends and welcome to Learn Easy. This is Tushar Gupta here, and in this video we'll be having the summary of the poem The Frog and the Nightingale. It's the third part of it, and if you've not seen the first two parts, please go and check it out in the description. Now I'm going to recite the poem and explain the poem line by line. So let's start. Now the nightingale inspired, flushed with confidence and fired with both art and adoration, sang and was a huge sensation. Animals for miles around flocked towards the magic sound. So now the poet says that the nightingale was inspired. She was inspired very much by the sayings of the frog. She was flushed with confidence. She was filled up with confidence and fired and sang the song with both art and adoration. Art, that is the way she sang, the uniqueness that she had, and adoration is love for her songs. Sang and was a huge sensation. That is, the nightingale, she sang the songs and she was a huge sensation. She was followed by every person in the bog. Animals for miles around. Animals, that is creatures from every place, flocked towards the magic sound. Flocked is to move towards. So the nightingale is attracting many odd people and creatures towards her or magical sound. And the frog with great precision counted heads and charged admission. So now the poet says that the frog was very precise, the very exact number the frog had counted, and he counted the heads and he charged some fee per head. That is charged admission. Now the next lines. Though next morning it was raining, he began her vocal training. Now it was raining the next morning, and what the frog did, he took the nightingale in the rainy weather and he started her training. But I can't sing in this weather, said the nightingale. Now the nightingale, it says that I cannot sing in this weather. Now the frog says, come my dear, we'll sing together. Just put on your scarf and sash. Coo-ah, coo-ash, coo-ash. Now the frog says, nightingale, you come with me. We'll sing together. We'll both sing a melodious song by singing it together. Just put on your scarf and sash. Scarf is the thing, is a type of cloth that we wrap around our neck, and sash is a long piece of cloth that you wear around the waist or over the shoulder, usually as a badge of honor. Now the nightingale, it was honored, and the nightingale, it put a scarf and a sash. Now they both sing coo-ah, coo-ash and coo-ash. So the frog and the nightingale journeyed up and down the scale. So the frog and the nightingale, they were both singing together. So what happened? They journeyed up and down the scale. That is, the song had pitch up and pitch low, just like we have in normal music. For 6 hours till she was shivering, and her voice was hoarse and quivering. Now the time was 6 hours. Till 6 hours the nightingale sang non-stop and continuously till she was shivering. As it was cold and raining, so the nightingale felt a bit cold and was shivering. And her voice was hoarse. Hoarse is rough and unclear. And quivering. Quivering is shaking and trembling. Though subdued and sleep deprived. Now the nightingale, it was quiet and with very less energy left out, because it had sang 6 hours non-stop. So if you sing 6 hours non-stop, or talk for 6 hours non-stop and continuously, you will have a loss of energy. So the nightingale had a loss of energy, and it was sleep deprived because it was 6 hours, and 6 hours she was busy in singing and she did not have any rest. In the night her throat revived. Now it was night time and she rested, and her throat revived, and the throat, it improved its quality. And the humid tree was bored. Now the humid tree was bored because the nightingale was sitting on the branch, and when we put something on a thing that is soft, the thing that is soft, it bends down a little bit. So that is the thing. The humid tree was bored. It bent down with a breathless, titled crowd. Now the crowd, the audience was very restless. It was just dying for the song of the nightingale. They wanted the nightingale to sing immediately and non-stop. Titled crowd, that is very famous people were there in the crowd. Owl of Sandwich, Duck of Kent, Mallard and Melody Trent. Owl is the word used for Iral, I-R-A-L, Iral of Sandwich. Duck is Dutch of Kent. Mallard is my lord and Melody is my lady Trent. Martin Cardinal Mephisto and the Court of Monte Cristo. Martin Cardinal, he was a constable, and Mephisto was a wrestler. So also Mephisto was a Dr. Alphonse Mephisto, and this was a mad scientist as well in the South Park TV. Mephisto was a mad scientist as per South Park TV, and Martin Cardinal, he was a very respected constable. And the Court of Monte Cristo. Court is the member of Rallido Rail family and is the closest relatives to Moorhen. Now Monte Cristo is Italian island in Tuscan archipelago. Ladies with tiaras glittering in the interval sat twittering. The ladies, the audience, had both men and women. So now the ladies, they were there, and they usually the women, they dress up nicely to go out for any function or attending any kind of occasion. So the ladies, they were dressed up and had tiaras. Tiara is a semicircular band decorated with jewels and worn by wealthy women on formal social occasions. So women, they had tiaras and it was glittering. In the interval, that is the break, when the nightingale had a small time of rest, sat twittering, that the ladies, they were chatting with each other. And the frog observed them glitter with a joy both sweet and bitter. So these two lines and this whole stanza could be expected for a reference to the context in the examination, because this is the most important paragraph. Because it states, and the frog observed them glitter. The frog saw the ladies that they were chatting out, and with a joy both sweet and bitter. So the joy, the happiness that the frog was having, it was both sweet and bitter. Why sweet? Because he was earning a lot of money, because many people, many organisms, many creatures from far and near, they were coming and attending the concerts of the nightingale. And it was bitter because the creatures which had insulted the frog were now praising the nightingale, which was a student of him. So that was the thing of jealousy, that the frog was having a joy both sweet and bitter. So thank you for watching this video, and we have completed approximately 98 lines. And stay tuned, if you have not watched the first two parts, please go and watch them and subscribe to the channel. Please like the video if you like the summary and explanation. Thank you, and stay tuned. I'll be posting more videos for this chapter, this poem. Thank you.